Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Ashley.
And let's see if the void echoes back today.
Today we're two best friends diving deeper into the void, talking about Beguiled, chapters 25 through 27.
Good job.
Thank you. I almost went into autopilot and said Iron Flame, and I said, that's wrong. That's not what we're talking about today.
No. What do you mean?
We have finished
autopilot. This should be autopilot. We're almost like, we're a little bit more than halfway
through. I know.
Through. Also, I just want to say we're like more than halfway through of this book, and all we've gotten is severe longing. They haven't.
I mean, are you complaining?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I just saw a video.
They really haven't touched each other yet, and I'm like, oh.
I just saw a video on Instagram that was a person saying, if you are doing a slow burn, and like she took a bookmark and was like,
this is a slow burn.
Where... Oh, for sure. And they're like, this is where I want, if it's a single book, I want it to be at the very end. Long. If it's a duology, second book halfway through. If it's a trilogy, third book. Or sorry, the second book was a little more than halfway through. The third book was halfway through the third book. So all of the longing up until halfway through the third book. She's like, and if it's like 4 or more, you still wait till the third book, because after that it gets a little much. But the longest it can go is like 3 books. And I'm like, oh God, this is a 2-book series. I wonder if
I thought it was going to be a 3-book series.
I think so it's a 2-book series, and then she's doing like a little novella.
Okay.
So,
kind
of, yes, 3 books.
No.
And I'm like, if
me immediately, everybody stop. Everybody stop for a second. I don't know if I could. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna eat it up, because I do love me a good slow burn, and I do love
longing.
There are
the
some
best.
things. There are some things in this chapter where, like, if you guys saw the notes that me and Ashley wrote, there's literally just a note of me being like, I'm sorry, these are just my thoughts. Like, just my thoughts. And it's like this small, like, little, like, thing, like 2-sentence, like, 3-sentence thing. But, like, it's just, like, there. I'm like, yeah, no, I just have to pop, like, we have to do this for a second. Yeah, I just need to pop it in right now.
Oh, God. And it's I've noticed on, like, thinking back, almost every single piece of media that I love has intense longing in it. And I'm like, maybe that's why I really liked Black Sails, because it's only longing.
You know, it is. You know, the heart of longing is the art of longing is not prominent in our society at all.
It's not.
I think that's why we really enjoy it.
Yeah. And I feel like the longing is just showing how deeply you love somebody too. And that's just not shown in our society, because we're so individualistic. And I'm like, God. Yeah. The longing. And it's just like the longing, like, to be with somebody even though you're not. I'm like, God damn it. No, I can't. I can't. It's so good.
I can't.
But it's just so, like, and especially like, but also kind of hear me, as much as I hate it, and we needed that kiss. The longing and not getting it at the end, fuck me. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was literally holding out hope. I know, no context. I was holding out hope until the literal last scene. I'm like, come on, guys. You're right there.
I think that's funny, because
I was devastated.
No, I didn't think it was going to happen.
I didn't either, but I was still holding out hope. I'm like, just a forehead kiss?
I love that, because I wasn't even holding out for a forehead kiss.
I was like,
it's never gonna happen.
It's not, but I needed it, and I was like,
it's never gonna happen.
I had little of like,
he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready, and that's why it couldn't happen. And he knew it. He knew that he wasn't ready, and he wasn't gonna ruin it all because he pushed. He wasn't gonna ruin it all because he pushed too far. What do you mean?
God, but also I think he realized he had feelings for him in the show. I don't think it was an after thing. I think he realized in the show, and I think he realized really hard when he, like, pulled up the thing at the last shot, because of just his face. And I think he realized, he's like, fuck me, I'm ruining all of this. And like, just knowing, and I'm like, fuck you. He was walking towards you. He just fuck me.
It's one of those things. He wasn't ready.
He wasn't
He
ready,
wasn't
but
ready,
also
and
I feel
that's why
like
we
he would
didn't
have
get
never
it.
been ready unless he kissed him.
Yes. Because if he kissed him,
they would have fallen to the floor sobbing.
because if he kissed him, but he would have been offended if he would have kissed him first. Because
I think he would have had a lot to process. He would have gone into the forest.
I think he would have gotten really
week.
upset. I think there would have been a lot of like.
Oh my god!
I think that like very like I think there would have been a very dramatic push away. If he kissed, there would have been such a dramatic push away, and then but then I was like, oh, and he could not handle the push away, which is why he never did it, because he knew that he was already.
I know, but oh my god! Oh,
okay, I'm so sorry, guys.
It so bad.
We'll
talk about that when we start. God, we have to figure out how we're gonna do okay, so that's foreshadowing for when we talk about Black Sails, but we need to figure out how we're gonna set that up, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, but jumping into the chapters of 25, we're talking about massive longing,
so
massive brooding.
That's basically what is happening here.
Literally, we're just like kiss. Kiss.
It's not that hard. Just do it.
It's fine. But listen, we need
But the longing is so good. And if we, honestly, how upset would you be if we never got a kiss? And it was just the longing. I feel like I'd be so upset, but yet love it. I feel like that's how I go. Like, it's the, oh my god, I hate you guys so much.
I think it depends on, like, how it goes. Okay, because, like, half of me, I know, I might be okay if we don't get a kiss. Because here's the thing is, do I think we're going to get a kiss? I do think we're going to get a kiss. I think we're going to get a kiss.
I do.
Not necessarily in the way that we want it.
Ooh.
Not necessarily in the way that we want it, but I do think that we're going to get a kiss.
Okay. So what do you mean by not in the way that we want it?
I just think that one of them is going to be dead, and then they're going to be falling over their body, sobbing, and then it's like that last thing of trying to like get the feeling of that bond back. I'm like, stop it! I already can't because I'm already so upset about it.
That'd be so good, and they can't get it back.
Yeah.
I feel like,
and that's what I mean.
This is where
I do think we're gonna get a kiss, but I don't think we're gonna get a kiss in the way that we want it. I think that this is gonna be. Yes. Because
it's an excuse to bring them back to life, and I'm like,
it
can be.
I don't think that this author will.
I don't think this author would.
I was like, I don't know if this author would bring.
That's kind of what happened,
back.
and I'm like.
Yes.
Commit.
Yes.
Commit. I know, but it's also, I understand not wanting to kill off your character, because it's like,
for sure,
as someone that does write, I love writing,
and
I love putting a certain character in really awful situations, because it's just something I feel like he would somehow find himself in.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
it's like when you're writing it, it's like because a lot of people are like, oh, when people are writing, they're like, I'm going to make them so upset by killing off this character. It's like, no, you're kind of sitting there sobbing along as you're writing it, and you have to reread it 1,000 times.
Yeah, just to be like, is this the way I want it to go?
Because you get to know the character so well.
Oh, so well. Yeah, because you're in it, you're writing it. That's basically your babies. So these are your kids, that
you're just tormenting them.
Okay, now kiss.
Just I finally started getting to a part in the one that I'm currently writing. One of the ones that I'm currently writing. And
plugging Ashley's fan fictions.
This one's not out yet. Where 8 pages of foreplay.
Yeah, Ash is mythical at
you got it.
AO3.org.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yep.
Sick. I haven't said it in a while, guys. So
you haven't. I'm so proud of you. But
I was like, I haven't said it in a while, so
cock block them.
Love that.
I do because now it's like the intensity. Because like, okay, he gets it. Everyone that calls me gets a foreshadowing, huh?
Is this the crying one?
This is the stalker one.
Hated this one.
But it's
Hated this one.
the like as they're getting more intense, as things are progressing sexually. Now, like he gets a phone call, and so now it's like the anxiety, and now going like this. But like,
yeah,
and I'm so ready. I find because I get stuck in those scenes sometimes, and so I'm like, finally something else.
yeah, definitely. And I feel like most writers do, and I feel like actually when we get Fay Messina on, there should be some questions that you as a writer could ask her.
Oh, I mean, do you get stuck during those scenes if you don't write them all in one sitting? Because
Those
I
are
feel like
good
that
questions.
at least is a thing that happens to me. But
yeah,
talking about this book,
getting back to the book,
Rune like wakes her up in chapter 25, like wakes her up and is like, okay, let's go. And she's like, I don't want to. Like, why do I have to?
Yes.
And she's like, I'm tired. Like my body and brain are really, really tired. And you know, he does say, he's like, well, an enemy is not going to wait until you're not exhausted, so let's go. And I love how he pushed her for that.
Yeah, because it's like, it's also like you have to think about it. This is like coming off of the day where she's like finally gets a chance in her room alone. She did training with him in the morning already, as well as she, like right after that, she just got done studying with Professor whatever her name is.
Safine. Those are all wrong, but it starts with an S. Professor S.
All of those are wrong, but yes, the very specific lady who's very specific in her studies and is very difficult. But yeah, I love the way that he pushed her, and I love the way that he put it, where he was like, you know, an enemy is not going to wait just because you're exhausted. Like that's not going to.
I really love how this book
be the way that it happens.
I feel like this book is really pushing the stereotypical boundaries that is set in a fantasy world.
Yes.
That we kind of get. And I really enjoy that. Like, we're not really seeing her just rest and have, like, her time to herself for a bit. It's like, no, we got to keep going. It doesn't matter. We keep going. And so I really do appreciate that.
Yes, and I like how, once again, technically, we're still in a training arc, quote, quote. But I love how it has not been feeling for me.
Yes,
because I've been feeling
so
like a training arc, and that to me is, I'm like, I love that because
so
there's
many other
so
things
much
are happening.
Yes, because so many other things are happening, and I'm like, there's so much other things.
We're getting different POVs, and I think
I do love that.
And like our main POV is Talia. She's had the most.
Absolutely, yeah.
But
and that's technically the main storyline that we're following, but it's also like the idea of we get side conversations from Rune and Taryn. We get side conversations from Casimir and Rainier. We get side conversations from Rainier and the Unseelie assassin, you know?
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what happened in those chapters.
I know. It was so good.
Yeah.
And
that's why I feel like currently it hasn't been feeling like a training arc, even though there are training bits. So like when here in this chapter, he's like taking her out just so that they can go sword fight, so that they can train on the swords and get it done.
Because I feel like it's also, as much as like I know you and I kind of complain about training montages and stuff like that, like training arcs.
I feel like it's really only me. I'm like
still
Ashley is much more
I'm more forgiving.
I was like Ashley is, I was gonna say much more tolerant of them than I am.
That too. But it's like because I feel like
much more forgiving.
You can't. I get the point, and I think this book is doing it right. Like this is how I feel like they should be done.
I've been really loving it.
But it's you can't not have it in a sense. Like you can't really have someone that goes from nothing. Okay, all of a sudden now you're fighting. It's like, okay, whoa. Where did that come from? But it can't just be a training arc, because that's not fun, and that's where this book is really doing well.
Yes, I also agree with that. I also love I love the way that Talia is like talking to herself. She's like,
oh my god,
stupid
it was
ass.
So good.
I can't believe I wanted to kiss him. That stupid fucking fairy wine. Like, it's so dumb and I hate it. And it was like, I hate him and he's dumb. And it's like I couldn't even believe I wanted to kiss him. It's gross. It's like
I know.
God.
It's I mean, I also wouldn't want to be dragged out of bed. I don't blame her.
I don't blame her, because like literally imagine like getting home from your day completely exhausted, you get a chance to yourself, you finally take off all your clothes, you take your bra off, you like put comfy clothes on, and you're just about to sit down and somebody walks in and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Let's change and let's go. I'd be fucking pissed.
I'd be so mad. Because
be
you know
so
it's like the
mad.
minute
Yeah.
she sat down too.
Oh, I
Ugh.
know.
'Cause that's how it
I would have been
always
upset.
works.
Yeah. And that's how it always works. But I love the fact that like her reaction is just like stupid ass.
I do. And I
These
do
stupid ass. I can't believe I wanted to fucking kiss him. Like I can't believe I wanted to kiss him. Like this is so dumb.
yeah. And I do
Stupid.
love how I did really like the little thing where it's like she has a sword and it's like built perfectly for her.
Yes.
And I love how he's like, no, you can hit me. And she's like, no, like I don't want to hurt you, but they're charmed. So like they can actually like fight the way that they need to fight, and I love that.
Yeah,
I thought
and
that
I
was
also
a very
liked
good
how
way to incorporate that.
Yeah, but I think that this is I wanted to point it out because I feel like this is slightly different than other training swords that we have seen in other books, because most of the time they're wooden training swords.
Yeah,
so the fact
these
that
are full metal. She's dying.
Excuse me. Luckily the Brotherhood isn't here. Sorry. I know that was a very delayed joke, but if you guys put it together, it'll be good. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to continue talking. You were in the middle of a sentence.
It looked like you were going to say something, and then I was like, do you have a comment about the joke? Did you not like it? I know that it wasn't the best, but like, come on.
Oh my God, sorry, I won't joke around anymore.
Like, God, like, I know that it wasn't the best joke and everything, but Jesus, I didn't think it was that bad. But I think that that's important to note, that the swords are charmed because they're getting the weight of a real sword, of the sword that they would actually use.
The weight distribution. There I go. Is very different from a metal sword and a wooden sword.
Yeah.
I got there. I don't know what that sentence was, but that was awful.
You got that.
But they're very different. The weight is very different.
Exactly.
So, and also
that's
the feel.
Yeah, and the feel of it.
And how it moves and stuff. Because there's going to be a different thickness to the wood versus the metal and stuff like that.
Which is something that I'm like, hey, I really do appreciate that, like, they had this type of charmed sword. It's very interesting. Makes it interesting.
And I do love how like she starts kind of getting her memories back of like Rune pulling her hair when she was a kid, and like that kind of like encourages her to hit him.
Yeah. It's very interesting because he does it like he does it right before she kind of remembers it. Yeah. But like he doesn't like actually pull it. Like it just says like he flicks the end of her braid. Yeah. Which is different than pulling her hair.
Oh God. And I do love how she's like, wow, he still has the same mischievous like glint in his eye.
Yeah. Like he's very mischievous and he always has been. He's the trickster
kid. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, and she starts getting like really, really frustrated, and like Rune is like very put together. Like it was a very big different contrast.
Yes.
And like she's getting thrown off balance, and like he ends up like catching her with one arm, and I'm like, oh God, it's so good. Us, we get that tiny little like physical contact, and we're like, oh my God.
We're immediately like, oh, he sidesteps her, she like falls, and then he like catches her. Stop.
So good.
Stop it.
So good. And sorry.
As well as like, you know, he like, and he like catches her, and then I love that he like leans in and is like, be careful.
He also says you're holding back. Like he whispers, you're holding back too.
Yeah, I love that. Like, but I also love that he like pushes her. Yeah, he pushes her to be better. And then, you know, it's like I understand that Talia's getting frustrated because this is, you know, obviously something that she's not practiced in. And when you first start anything or are starting to relearn something, it's frustrating when you're like, I know that I should be able to do this because I've done it before and now I can't do it as well as I used to be able to do it. And it is fucking frustrating. And that's the thing is like, I like that she has a lot of human qualities to her, even though she is a fae.
Yeah. Because she
and
was in the human realm too. And
yes.
I do love that. Because I feel like that's also a good disconnect where it's like, I know we talked about it when we were covering Fourth Wing, where it was like really refreshing to have a fantasy world with humans, because as much as you can try, you're never going to be able to fully relate to a Fae.
Absolutely.
You know, and so it's like having that like...
Yeah, that like fantasy part
But also,
of it.
their ages are like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know how old they are. Like, Ruin and Casimir. But they're, I'm guessing, around Talia's age. Like, they're not like, there's not like this, they're 500 years old.
No,
type thing.
I think I think they're a bit older than her though.
I think like, but like 2 or 3 years.
Because technically,
not
so
much.
like what, she was sent away when she was 19, and then
17.
she spent like, oh, she was sent away when she was 17. So is she 19 now then?
She's like 22. She's been gone for like 5 years.
Where did I get 19 from?
I don't know. Maybe that's when she first got her job. Because she got her job when she was 17. She was underage. At the bar.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, first of all, you can't work in a bar unless you're 21.
You can
even
work
if you're 18.
No, you can work at 18. You can't drink, but you can work there at 18.
But you can't serve alcohol. You can only bus. No, you can't.
I thought you can.
What? Since fucking when?
I don't know. Fine. God, I'll look up the law. Hold on.
No, yeah, absolutely not. Maybe in fucking bumfuck nowhere, but like out here, definitely not. Jesus. You have to be 21 years or older to serve alcohol in a bar, to have a liquor license. To be a waiter in a restaurant that brings alcohol to the table, probably only 18.
Minimum age to work at a bar ranges from 18 to 21, depending on the state and regulations, while 21 is often a requirement for serving liquor.
There it is.
In 26 states, it allows individuals as young as 18 to bartend, serve alcohol.
Damn, that's crazy. Once again...
I mean, that's like half the country. It's like, well, most. And I'm like, 26 is like half of 50.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that it was that many.
Yeah.
I think it's just because, like, out here, they're very strict about it.
Let's see, because I think California, how old can you be to work at a... Because I know out here it's 18. Because I know that...
Okay.
It's a... Yep.
So out here it's...
So 18, you have to be 21 to be a bartender and serve alcohol in a bar. However, individuals that are 18 and older can work in a restaurant and serve alcohol.
Exactly. Because I was like, I know that it's different to work in a restaurant and serve alcohol than it is to like work at a bar.
Yeah,
like,
but she got her job
is very different.
Underage. So in Michigan, you could be as young as 17.
Damn. Okay, Michigan.
Jesus Christ. Okay, then. Wow.
I mean, but also it's like your guys' bars don't stay open late. No offense.
No, they don't.
They really don't. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, okay. Wait, so she's 22 right now?
That's my guess.
Okay.
You seem upset.
I make a face because I don't know if she's that old.
I think she's... Because I know they mentioned she had her 21st. So she's at least older than 21.
Did she?
She's either 21 or 22.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so that... But I like how, like, I don't think Ruin and Casimir are that much older. Like, I could see them being, like, 23, 24.
Yeah. Yes. That, like I would literally only place them anywhere between 2 to 4 years older than them. And 4 years max.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing is they were still close enough in age to...
grow up together.
Actually, how old is Rainier? Rainier's like, what, 3 years older than her or something?
I thought so.
Yeah. I think they're around, like, that's also why I'm like, yeah. Because they're also all around the same age. So, like, that's why I'm like, anywhere between 2 and 4 years.
Yeah.
If not the same age.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think for me, like, a year to 3 years older.
Okay.
2 to 4. Somewhere around
2 to 4. Anywhere between 2 and 4.
Yeah. And so... And also, I do love how, like, when he's whispering in her ear, she's, like, trying to ignore the warmth crawling up her neck. And
Yeah.
like you kind of saying like you're holding back, and then she's like, and I love how, because this is what I've heard. I've never gotten to like wield a sword as much as I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
You're working against the sword, like, because it's always been said, and you hear it in a lot of things. The sword is just an attachment of your arm. It's just a way to like make your arm longer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have to be very like flow with the sword, let it kind of flow with you, versus,
Yeah, versus swinging it around like it's a separate entity.
like yeah, no, it's like flow. Yeah.
And I love that, like, he points it out, and then, like, as she's going, and after he says that, he's like, like, he openly is like, that's better.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but you're still too slow, but like, I can tell that it looks better,
Yeah.
And then, it goes back into like that loss of like warmth came over her, and the connection is broken, as if like something that hasn't been realized that she wanted. And that to me is so interesting to like think about, like that and the connection was broken as if it was something that she hasn't realized that she wanted. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. What do you mean?
So
But it's also, but I love how like that she put that, because she hasn't realized that she wanted him. She hasn't realized that that's what she's asking for,
Yeah.
She hasn't realized that, so.
And I love the banter between them. Like, at one point, like, he's like, oh, like, you're too slow. And then her response to that was, you talk a lot for someone who almost got his nose broken last time. Yeah. And so, like, this, and then, like, you could tell she's getting frustrated. And he does say, he's like, hey, like, you're going to get it back. Like, you just need to keep practicing.
Yeah.
And then and I do love how he's like, hey, like, this really, it wasn't bad for someone who has not picked up a sword in years. Like, we really, like, it's been, what, at least 5 years since she's picked up a sword. And so, like, she's doing good. But then Casimir comes over and is like, Talia? And it's like, sorry to interrupt. Like, but he's upset. Like, he's so upset. And
Rune, but it's like
leans
Rune
into
into
her. Me, I love it. I'm trying to find that part in the book. Let's see.
And Casimir says her name.
Yeah, okay,
sorry to interrupt.
I'm trying to find the part in the book where.
Oh.
Yeah. Where he's like, he gets closer to her.
Well, I think their sword has clashed at that point, and like, they're close together.
Their eyes met. Exhilaration raced through her body as Rune's face leaned towards hers, almost imperceptibly. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's like that. It's like so not noticeable, but it is. It's like that feeling.
Person witnessing it, yeah.
Yeah. Like if you were like from the outside view, you wouldn't have thought that their faces got closer, but like when you're in that moment, like you can feel it, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, and she does say, she's like, I felt pulled, like in her head, she felt pulled towards Rune, had almost kissed him.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so now this is the first time she's seen Casimir since he left. Like, this is when he got back.
Yes, because Casimir left without telling her, and she was upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, like, this is the first time, and then he's like, oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt, his voice laced with contempt.
What does contempt mean again?
Like, resentment.
Okay,
it's like very much the...
Like, very, like, annoyed and
resented. It's very much the, oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
It's the, I'm so...
very, like...
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
It's the, like, it's like that, very much like that sarcastic, like, ugh.
Yeah.
But because the reason why I say it's more sarcastic is because that's the way I think of, like, his voice sounding, because I don't think
for sure
that it would ever be like a hard contempt, because I think that he's still playing it up for Talia's sake.
I agree. Okay, glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, which is why I think that it's like slightly more disguise, but his voice is laced with resentment and anger. That's like kind of what contempt means. It's resentment, anger, and the feelings of unwanted, like it'll get away from her type of thing.
And you know, like she starts walking away, she's going to leave, and he starts talking before she's fully out the door, and I'm like, why the fuck? It's fine.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something wrong, like being a dick and talking like this behind her back.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a conversation between him and his brother, so like
it is.
And it's also like you see right here the idea that siblings talk to each other in different ways, and that like there are certain things where it's like the things, you know, it's hard sometimes to hold back, and you can see where his mask slips because like she's not fully out the door, and you know, Casimir like turns to her and is like, why are you training her? Like, why are you training her? And you know, like Rune, oh my, I wanted to eat him. I'm so sorry. I had this thing where I was like, oh my god, that was
no, for sure.
And he was like, you're just angry that I'm doing what you should have. Your views on women's fighting is very old-fashioned.
Oh, God.
To me, it's like yes, of course, it's your views on women's fighting is very old-fashioned. Love that. But the thing for me that like really sealed it is you're just angry that I'm doing what you should have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh my gosh. Like that was me. I'm like crazy. But it's also like that's like what a slap in the face, like to be like,
for sure. And I
like
hate...
you're just fucking angry because I'm doing what you should have.
Yeah.
And you just didn't have the strength to do it. You just chose not to do it. So I'm stepping up because you didn't.
Yeah. And it's like his response to that though, oh my god, I want to slap him in the face. Well, she has an entire guard to protect her, including myself. If she accepts her role as queen, she must accept that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does say, it's like, don't tell me your feelings have endured this entire time. Why do I feel like that's how he's talking?
And then, I can't. This whole scene, I was like melting into the ground. I was like...
But wait, before we get... Like, what did you think about Casimir's response? Like, me, because I really felt like he said, it's like, well, don't tell me your feelings have endured this entire time. Like, very like...
That's exactly like how I felt like he said it. But this is also why I don't
it's the way it's like, well, she'll have me to protect her. Like, he made sure to include it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like...
because he is very...
He's very old, but it's so interesting because I feel like he views it as a patriarchy, whereas it's a matriarchy.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? That's how I feel like he views it.
It is, very much so. But here's the thing is, the Unseelie court
literally
is a patriarchy.
And so what...
I just want to throw it out there.
No, this is where I'm like, are we sure? I believe that he's the inside man. Or he's working with someone, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because see. The Unseelie court's really like, oh, my heir needs to have the thing. Yeah. What if that's the heir and they just like raise them as twins anyway?
Yeah, but the
because you know like how the Unseelie court's saying like, oh, like our heir needs to be married to somebody, like our heir needs to do this, our heir, and I'm like, well, what if Casimir's the
Unseelie king wants Talia to bear his children. That's the whole thing, is like so that Talia has to bear the children. So it's like, I don't know what you're trying to say in terms of, I understand that you're trying to say that they're not twins and that Casimir is the Unseelie court's like person. Heir.
But do they have an heir if they want Talia to bear the...
That's what I mean. So I'm a little confused. If they already have a male heir, why does it matter?
To continue the line? I don't know. But interesting that he has the same views as... That was a very interesting thing to note.
Okay. Yeah. I don't necessarily understand completely what Ashley's theory is, but that's okay. I
just
do.
the theory of like
It
interesting.
is
Like,
a
he
good
has
thing
the
to point
patriarchy
out.
view,
Yes, that they
like the
both
Sealing
have
Court
patriarchy views
versus
comparatively.
how it's a
Yeah, comparatively to Rune and Rainier, who's very on board with the matriarchy.
And how his response, speaking of Rune, was like, "I feel nothing for her. She's my queen, and I'm doing my duty." And how she was like, "Fuck, nothing." Like, it hit her so hard. Sorry.
Yeah. And it's like it says like Talia's breath hitched nothing. And then,
And like, I love how she's like,
she's just
in her
like
head,
trying to like hype herself up. Like,
yes, like, you're stronger than this, and you barely know him.
You barely fucking know him. Like, why does it fucking matter? But also, it's her eyes closed and all she could see was the way that Rune looked at her.
Oh, God.
Stop.
And that's where the chapter ends. And I was like, God damn it. What a great. I think it's just also, I'm living for this Rune and her dynamic. It's just so good. I'm living for it.
But it's also like one of those things where it's like
I'm living actually for. I'm not a huge love triangle person. Loving this love triangle.
I think
it's done very well.
I think it's because me. As we get on like into these chapters, it's one of those things where it's like I do really like the love triangle in terms of like I like the fact that that Rune and Casimir have more of like that rival relationship. Yeah. But they are still very close so that they can still talk, so that we get big interactions with them. Because I don't know in Talia's mind if she's really thinking of it like
as a love triangle.
I think she is like yes and no, but you are correct. Like I don't feel like Talia is like feeling any type of way, because it's like the idea of I don't think that she knows if she loves either. To be quite honest, because like we explored later on in the chapters that she's like, oh, I just feel close, and maybe this is just easier because like we're already so close. Yeah. And it's like more of a convenience thing. Section. Yeah, we explore that in that section, and I have a lot to say about it. So we're going to continue moving on so that we can get there so I can talk about it.
I agree. So we're going into chapter 26, which is finally in Rune's perspective. Yes. Oh my God, I've been waiting. Although I really want to know what happened in the dungeon. We don't know yet, which is upsetting.
No, we don't get to know what happened in the dungeon yet.
This chapter is still pretty goddamn good.
This chapter was really good. I feel like the chapter that I had like the most brackets around through the whole chapter.
And so like they just finished the fight with Casimir, and oh God, this line. And so he was like,
this line literally killed me. I was like,
same. I was like, oh my God. And mind you, like, I was listening to these when I wasn't feeling too great, and I heard that line, and I was like, because I was just kind of sitting there, like, my eyes closed, just listening to him. And I heard that line, and I literally went, oh my God. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're fine.
Yeah, oh my God.
Because it's like, obviously, Casimir's like, oh, like, you can't tell me your feelings for her. I've endured all this time. And, his, like, in his head is like, as if feelings for her could adequately describe the fact that he would rip out his heart and put it on a plate and offer it to her if he could.
Yeah. It's like, I just love the thing that as if feelings for her could adequately describe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because for him, like me, just that line, so the words like just like the phrase, do you like, you feel for her, does not adequately describe the feelings that you have for her. You're telling me that this very like plain clear-cut sentence that everybody uses, like, oh, like you have feelings for them, or like, oh, like you like, oh, are you really feeling that right now, like you like feel for like that. He's like, it doesn't adequately describe the scope of the vastness that I would do for her, and I feel for her, and all of the things that I possess for her. And I'm like,
it's so good.
But also just like the way that Casimir says that, I'm like, I don't think that anybody else knew that Rune and Talia had a mating bond. I don't think that they knew.
Do you think Casimir knows?
No.
I don't
Because
either.
Why would he say it like that?
Yeah.
Why would he say it like that? Why would he say it like that if he knew?
That's true.
Yeah, that's it. Why would he say it like that if he knew? Because
but I feel like, what if he does and he's not like he doesn't want him to know that he knows, but that's why he's so
possibly
like, hey, you can't hang out with her. Hey, you can't be near her. Because he knows that there's the bond and he wants to be the one in the in the throne.
Maybe, but it's also like I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's just, but it also seems like, it just seems so cruel to say it like that. But it's also like I understand that when you're with your sibling, you know, things can be a little bit more volatile.
Yeah.
When you have that type of relationship.
Yeah.
But like that line of just like, but then also like, he's just like, I'd cut my heart out and I'd put it on a plate and offer it to her.
Wasn't that in an earlier chapter?
Huh?
Wasn't that in an earlier chapter, too? Like, this isn't the first time this is, like, an analogy's been used.
I don't think so.
I thought it was.
You're gonna have to look that up.
I will.
I don't know. While Ashley is looking that up,
can you search?
Like, Rune was the last thing. Like, you know, flipping back to like her, like to Talia, it's like Rune is the last thing that she needed, because she's betrothed to Casimir and she's supposed to be queen, and she's like openly telling herself this, like I don't need Rune, I'm betrothed to Casimir, I will be queen. I'm betrothed to Casimir, I will be queen. Mm-hmm. And then it's like he's even saying that to himself, where he's like, she doesn't need me. She has Casimir. She's going to be queen. She has Casimir. She's going to be queen. Like, and this is like this is like a thing that they both say to each other, like to themselves. Which is so interesting. And it's like he openly is like, the bond keeps pulling him towards her. And then he's like, I will not be that fool again. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to play into this bullshittery, like, I'm not going to play into my feelings, like, you know. He's like, I'm not going to play that fool again. He really did think that he could remain friends with her while, like, still, like, pushing down the mating bond. And then it's just, like, I think he's seeing, like, slowly, like, he doesn't know if he really can. And then I love the fact that he's like, I thought that I could be friends with her while pushing down the mating bond, but I just can't. Distance is the only way. I literally put LOL, dramatic hair flip. Just like the way that he said it. He was like, distance is the only way. And I'm like, okay, sir, calm down.
Breathe, sir.
Okay, calm down. Like, I get it. Like, you're feeling a lot of your feelings right now, but like, we could talk about it. We could talk about it a little bit more, you know? Yeah. And then I love that, like, he starts training to calm his nervous system. Like, and like, it's just like that repetitive motion. He's like, all I need is control and mastery. And then Taryn does come in and is like, hey, Rune, like, do you want to talk about anything? Because I kind of see that you're looking a little angry.
Yeah. And he's like, no.
And he's just openly like, I don't want to talk about it. And I love that he's like, I don't want to talk about it. He growled. And I'm like, okay.
You're like, sir. But I absolutely did love how Taryn was like, hey, like, you can't do this again. You're like, you're isolating yourself, and this is not the way forward.
But it's really interesting because when Taryn came in, I did forget to mention this. When Taryn came in, Rune's first thought was, ugh, I don't want to do this. I don't want him here. And the last person that I really want to talk to right now is Taryn. Like, I don't want to.
Really interesting because they're supposedly best friends.
Yes, which is interesting because from our perspective, they're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting that when you saw your best friend and you were openly like, I can't deal with their shit right now.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting to me. But the fact that Taryn does call him out and is like, you are isolating yourself and this is not the way forward. And I love how he says that. He's like, this is not the way forward. So he does end up like leaving, and like, you know, Taryn is still very respectful.
Yeah.
Taryn is still very respectful and like respects Rune being dark, broody, and needing like his emo boy hair flips. But like at the same time, you know, Rune openly is like, you'll never get it. You don't get it. Leave.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Taryn's like, all right, whatever, bro. If you want to be like that, then you be like that. I'll come back later. And I kind of like that it's very much like the, okay, fine. If you don't want to listen right now, then we don't have to do this, you know?
Yeah.
But he's, you know, Ashley did love the fact that this line says it like this, but like he's like has this almost like pain in his chest, and it's like the mating bond in his chest feels like a festering wound.
I do. I love
like,
that.
It's just like it's festering in all parts of his body, and he's almost like and he's trying to close it, but he can't. And every single time like he closes his eyes, all he sees is her face, and like he's getting like, you can kind of tell like he's getting more and more frustrated, more and more overstimulated, more and more like pushed to like
he's like very
the
very
breaking point. And he's just so overwhelmed. And he's in the training room alone because, you know, Taryn has left. But, like, he's, like, still trying to, like, fight down all of these feelings. And then it just says the room erupts in ice. Because, like, he can't control it anymore. And then he's, like, he, like, kind of, like, is, like, reaching for control. Reaching for that control. And like, he's standing
like,
there.
Standing back because he's, like, fuck, like... And he's, like, scared of what he did. Like, he's... Like, yeah, just like in horror at his fury. And he's
in
like,
horror at his fury.
This is a weakness.
And weakness. And he's like, enough. I can't do this anymore. And he's like he has to like yell like enough to like try to cut off his power because it's just festering through the whole room. The room stinks of iron and frost. The destruction around him is plain to see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, the fact that the rune only like stinks of like iron and frost, and like to know like how much iron is that. And then he like is like kind of like looking around, and he's like, this is what happens when you let yourself feel. Oh my God. literally my note, I was like, OMG, that's so emo.
What an emo boy.
God, what an emo boy. I love it. But also like the fact that his power is ice. Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
But also the like sorry.
Also, I did just want to mention it. I'm sorry. I kind of forgot to mention it last week when like he gave Talia the ice rose. But all I thought about was but even now, like when this is happening, X-Men, Rogue, and Rogue and her ice boy. I'm sorry. I don't know this man's name.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of it. I've seen some of X-Men, but
yeah. X-Men, Rose, and her ice boy. Yeah. I'm like, stop, because like he gives Rogue an ice rose in the middle of class, and I'm like, oh
yeah,
little ice boy, ice boys giving everybody roses.
We love it.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, not gonna lie, like if there were superpowers and like some person like had frost powers and gave me a rose, I would also be like,
yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Okay.
And I do like Talia's upset, right? Because like she's upset.
Talia's very upset because like
he doesn't have feelings.
Yeah,
and like he feels that through his bond, like this hurt, like this betrayal, this hurt and loneliness, and it like rushes like down the bond, and like he like stumbles against the wall, like he has to like clutch the wall because it's so strong, and like over and over, like, no, she doesn't need me, she has Casimir, her guards won't need, like, she doesn't need me, like over and over and over,
and he just like keeps saying it to himself, like, no, She has Casimir. She has her guards. She doesn't need me. And it's one of those things where it's like but he acknowledged it. He was like, he doesn't know if discipline alone could stop it.
Yeah.
He really doesn't know if discipline alone can stop this like feeling, because all he wants to do is run towards her, and all he keeps doing is chanting, "No, she has Casimir. She has her guards. She does not need me." And he openly says, "If I go to her now, I will never leave her again."
Mm-hmm. I know. But also
so
the still like the phantom ache is still lingered, still whispering her name in every beat of his heart.
As he turns away and walks in the other direction.
Because he wants to. Oh my god, I can't. And that
is where the chapter ends. It was a very, very small chapter, but I love the fact that we got such. I love the fact that chapter really did explore a lot more of the very like emotional side of Rune that we haven't gotten, because it is, because in all of the other chapters it was a lot of Rune saying to Taryn, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it." And it's like we finally get to see a little glimpse of like what he's feeling, but it's also like one of those things where it's like
but we see it Taryn is shoving it down in himself too, which is not healthy. So it's like
absolutely. And
not just a
Taryn is thing. Right. Taryn is right in terms of like, this is not the way to go. You can't like, you can't feel like you got to open up. Self-isolation is not the way to go, and you're hurting yourself in the end.
Mm-hmm.
You really are. You're hurting yourself in the end not to do this.
Yeah.
So, but I also love that Taryn it seems like a very respectful friend, because he's like, all right, if you want to do that, and then I'm going to walk away and let you deal with your feelings how you want to deal with it. But when you're ready to, I will still be here.
Yeah. And that's the hard part of like, if you're friends, you can't fix it for the person.
Yeah. You can't fix it for them.
You're just there for support. And it's like let's say you're going through something and you're very much self-isolating. I'd be like, Kaylee, no, don't do that. But also it's like, hey, like, I'm still here for you. Like, I'm here, just reach out. And, you know what I mean?
I was like, stop. I know that you are. I reach out all the time. Don't make me cry.
But I also know that, like, you and I are very much like, we'll talk about, like, hey, like, you're, like, having a hard time, like, come back. Yeah. But I know that, but it's also, like, that's our friendship, where it's, like, I don't think invasive is the right word. But we kind of have space in our friendship where it's like hey, like, you're doing this, like, let me guide you out of it. You know what I mean? Let me help you, like...
See, here's the thing is, like, I wouldn't say that it's invasive. I would say that we are friends that hold each other accountable, that are more than just acquaintance friends. We are friends that, want to propel each other further in life and want to see each other succeed in whatever goal it is. And sometimes friendship has tough love in it. Sometimes friendship has that, even that quote unquote coldness of the cold hard fucking truth, where sometimes you just kind of need that like slap in the fucking head saying, what the fuck are you doing? But we have that type of friendship that leaves that space for it. But also we also have the type of friendship where we can openly be like, hey, I need space right now. Don't call me for 2 days, because I don't want to hear anybody's voice.
Yeah. I mean, well, right now, Kaylee's calling me about 5 times a day, so.
Well, yeah, because Ashley has ignored me for, like, a month. So this is our life now.
Just need to be on the phone
because Ashley has ignored me for a fucking month, and so, you know what? And also, I feel like everybody knows, Kaylee's a needy bitch. Kaylee's a needy bitch. Listen. I don't like a lot of people, but I like the people that I like, and I'm a needy person, okay? It's just
exactly.
It's the that's just like a general thing. I'm a needy person, and if I like you, trust me, you'll know that I like you.
Trust me. You will get all of the phone calls.
Well, like, not only that but it's just like, it's also like I will reach out and be like, hey, just thinking about you, how's your day been? Like,
yeah, I'm the
like,
same
or
way.
like
It's
the,
like
oh my
yeah, I'm
gosh,
thinking
like,
about you. I'll say hello.
yeah, or it's like the, oh my gosh, I'm up by you. Like, are you free? I know that it's really last minute, but like, let's hang out. Like,
Yeah.
what are you up to? Like the, sorry to bother you, but I'm around. Like, what are you doing? You know? And so it's like, it's very much that. And like, all of my friends know that, and all my friends are like, are very receptive to it. Like, I don't want to say that they're like, I don't know if it's ever an inconvenience, but like, you know, but also my friends know that like, even when I reach out, they always have the option to be like, oh, hey, so sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah.
Hey, I like, oh, it's not going to work out. And I'm like, oh no, it's last minute. I totally get it. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like hanging out and being like a little like spontaneous. So like,
Yeah.
I get it. Like,
We're
everybody's
also very
busy,
spontaneous.
you know?
Like, some people are not as spontaneous. We are very spontaneous.
See, that's the thing is, I don't know if we are that spontaneous. I know that we are, but like,
I don't know if we are, but I know we are.
I know that we are, but we're not crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
We're more spontaneous than some people, but we're not as spontaneous as we could be.
Yes, there. That's what it is. That's exactly what it
is. Because we're very much the people that will be like, I mean, what time is it? Like at like 11:30 at night, we both went, we want to make cookies, and we didn't have the materials, and we went, should we just go to the store?
Yeah,
and
it's
so
like,
we ended
are
up
we
going
gonna
to
go to the store
at
right
like
now?
midnight to go
Listen. Sometimes you just need some fucking cookies, okay?
And they ended up being really good cookies.
They were really, really good cookies. Yeah, they were so good. But like the fact that like that Rune and Taryn have that relationship that holds space for another person to be like, I'm not ready to talk about it yet. And then the other person is like, whenever you're ready, let's come back to it.
Yeah, but also still calling him out like, hey, you're self-isolating.
Yeah, still calling him out
do
and being
this
like,
again.
Hey, this is not the way to go. You know for a fact this is not the way to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And we're repeating old patterns and old habits that may not serve us. Yeah. So I'm going to let you go brood, but I still want you to think about that as you're brooding, because that's important to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like I love that they have like that type of friendship as well. But like, you know, but even like Rune's like feeling of like, I have to walk away. I have to turn the other way, because if I walk towards her room, I will never leave her again. And the fact that he says that, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Stop.
I know.
He'll never leave her again.
Jumping into chapter 27.
Yes, because Casimir originally came to the training room to ask Talia to eat dinner with her. Yeah. So, to eat dinner with him. And so that's why Talia was leaving, so that she could go and get ready for dinner, for said dinner with Casimir. And then that's when the conversation occurred. And so now chapter 26, she was in her room getting ready for dinner. Yeah. Now we're at chapter 27, where she's at dinner with Casimir.
And he gives me the biggest ick. I can't. Because they
sat at the long table like for dinner, and Talia like finds herself way too aware that Casimir was next to her. Yeah. And it's like
he's like, oh, well, you've hardly eaten. And she's like, well, I'm just tired, lessons training, and then you dragged me here. And he goes, dragged, I invited. Mm-hmm. But also it's just the very big difference between like, oh, like you've hardly eaten, and like talking to her that way, versus how Ruin was like, hey, like, you haven't eaten that much, let's go get you some food.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah, but it's also like the idea of like, he's like, like he was like, dragged, I invited you. And it's like even like just like the idea, like she openly describes it, she's like, you know, like the meal passed with like very like light banter like that. Yeah. And like there was that like undertone that like Talia almost couldn't ignore. Yeah. And I'm gonna find that quote in that book.
I know, that's what I was looking for.
Oh, good.
Let's see. And so the quote that we were talking about was how the rest of the meal passed with light banter, but there had been undercurrents Talia couldn't ignore. The way his gaze lingered too long, the brush of his fingers against hers, the half-tormented words that he seemed to swallow instead of saying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
And then as all of this is happening...
But also, really quick, like, as... I'm not saying it doesn't happen with men, but as women, that undercurrent can feel so strong. When you know that's why this is happening. You know what they're wanting. Mm-hmm. And it is a very big thing that you could feel.
There's like this thing of, and then like it's like that thing where it's like openly, it's like the her thoughts kept drifting to Rune.
Yeah.
All she could think about was Rune. So like as this is happening, and it's also like I find this most within monogamous relationships. I find this type of dynamic mostly within monogamous relationships is that the idea of dating people. So a lot of people, when you first start dating, you're like casually dating, so you can kind of like see other people. But in monogamy, there does get to this point where you really just like one person, but you decide to go on a date with somebody else to almost like make sure, like to reaffirm your feelings or to make sure. I put it in quotes because I don't necessarily like know why, or like maybe it was already scheduled and like you're like, I just feel bad canceling or whatever.
Yeah.
So you end up like going on that date and then you're just like all too aware that you're like, I kind of just like the other person more, and I don't want to be here, and I don't want this person to like touch me or to look at me or like that because it feels weird.
Yeah.
In a very like the like sexually undertoned way where
because
you're like,
it is a very sexually undertoned way.
Almost
how
like
she said it because it was his gaze lingered too long. How he's brushing against her. Very you know?
Like how our hands brush. How he like stares at me while we eat, and it's also like I don't know if you guys have ever like been out with somebody that literally is just staring at you, and you're like, we're not really talking, but I feel like I can't eat because you are looking at me. Or like when you're really enjoying your food and you look over and you realize that person has just been staring at you for a bit and you're like, is that, I mean, I was like, ooh. I get a little self-conscious at that moment because I do
too, because like I haven't done that.
I'm so sorry. I just really enjoyed this food. I know that this is not cute and this is like not a pretty thing to look at right now, but me literally just being like, I don't know.
But also
Ashley has seen me when I really like my food.
No, because it's like we do the same thing where we're just like, wow, and I'm like, wow, it's all you're thinking about. You're just like, this is the best thing ever. Like I am in the best place ever.
Yeah, and
this is fantastic. Yeah, and then you're like, then you finish it and you look around, and you're like, whoops.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I don't think I like was breathing. I was just eating.
I think there was a time that we went to a work dinner and that happened. I had such a good food and I was like eating it. It was delicious.
Me, I don't think I was there.
You weren't there yet. Me and 3 other people went to dinner and I had like this delicious.
But then there was a couple ones that I didn't go to because I was like, I'm not down. It sounds like a not fun work party.
It was pretty fun. I got good food. That's all I remember from it. Is I love that food was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll like me. I'm like, if there's good food, I'll show up.
Yeah.
Well, one way to get me there is if there's good food, I will always show up.
Same. I'm just like, food, absolutely.
Yeah. I will like even if I don't want to go to an event, if the food's good, I will show up.
Same. Absolutely.
Just to be like, it was for the food.
I know, and like my fiance once was like, "Why are you going if you don't want to go?" I'm like, "There have the food is going to be good." And they're like, "But why would you go?" I'm like, "But food."
I was like, "Yeah, we're going for the food. That's why we're going because the food is good."
Yeah, you don't talk to me if I'm eating. Just let me.
Yeah, and so it's just like the but like the fact that like she was also like so thrown off. Also like I'm like, oh God, the emotional turmoil that's like happening in her head. She's also like probably like really thrown off because like she literally just heard Rune being like, I don't care about her. She's just my queen and I'm doing my duty. Obviously like she's just like feeling a lot because like she didn't want to hear that from Rune. But it also like hurts like when somebody's like, I don't feel anything for them, and you're like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like I kind of liked you. Like, what do you mean? It's like that disappointment feeling, but for her, she's not understanding why the ache is so much.
Yeah, because it's the
because she doesn't know about it and she hasn't acknowledged it, and like,
I feel like that.
She's
how do you
very
feel like
unaware.
that reveal is gonna go?
I think she's gonna be upset.
I think she's gonna be really upset.
I think she's gonna be really upset, and she's gonna be like fucking pissed at Rune and being like, why the fuck did you not tell me? And he's gonna say, and then he's gonna say this. He's gonna be like, I didn't want to pressure you. And then she was like, well, you literally what?
But also, I think.
But also at the same time, I'm like, I understand. Let's just get through this chapter and then I'll talk about it.
Okay.
We're going to get through this chapter because I have more things to say as the chapter goes on, because we haven't even gotten to the part where I'm like...
I know. Ugh.
We haven't even gotten to that part.
So then they end up going to the library and they're reading books.
Yes, because this is their normal routine. Before Casimir left, they would go to the library every night and they'd drink hot chocolate and sit and read books, which also,
sounds
once
fantastic.
again... really cute, like what really really cute, just to like have really like even like a library or like a craft room or something where like you guys like go in and you have this ritual of like sitting down and like just sitting together in like not necessarily like quiet, like whatever, like I know like now we'd have like music or like whatever on but like, you know, just sitting down and like doing either like reading or like crafting or like, you know, a quiet activity together. It's just like so nice.
It is. It's really
very
is.
Nice. It's very nice, and I very like that a lot.
Yeah. And I do. He's sitting across from, like next to her, and he's not reading. He's like just staring at her.
Yeah.
And, like making her all too aware of every breath she took. And I'm like, yeah, no, for sure. Like staring at somebody, it makes you so self-aware.
Yeah, especially like in that circumstance where you're like, you're already, but also it's like like the pressure that she's feeling right now, because it's like she was already feeling so much pressure, and then like she's like reading this, like trying to read this book and like calm her nervous system, and all she's doing is like literally being stared at. No. Yeah. The answer is no.
Absolutely
I hate it.
And then, oh my God, how he fucking this man is like, he's like, you haven't read a page. And he's like, or maybe you're pretending to read because you don't want to admit that I'm distracting you. And I'm like, fuck off. Fuck. Me. Like, just, I
put, oh my God, so pompous.
Oh God, me, I hate it. And I feel like that's something you can say when the relationship itself has kind of been established. Because like at least for me, the only way I could find amusement is if it was said in a joking manner.
Okay, I do think that you would laugh hard that if we were reading and you stopped reading and I was like, oh, what? You just don't want to admit that I'm just distracting you?
Yeah, see, I would die laughing if that happened. And it was like you, or if it was like Avery or something. Like, if one of you said that to me, I'd die laughing. Yeah. It would be coming from a place of a loving, joking manner. Yes. Not in a... oh, I'm just distracting you. Like, in this, like, weird, like, I have power over you.
See, I don't even think that that's the way that he's saying it, but it is the way that it could be misconstrued by the reader, for sure.
Yes. Or in the way that just how highly he thinks of himself.
Well, that's why I was going to say, I was like, I feel like that's why I put, like, the pompousness in him. Because he knows that he's hot. Like... I'm sorry, you're going to walk around like that every single day and not know? Because literally, I'm sure that everybody around him has told him.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure that everybody around him has told him that. Mm-hmm. And not only that, is like, do you think, I think that when revelries happen... and like some whinage is going on, you are not telling me are you gonna tell me that they're not having orgies? Because my mind is like they definitely are.
They for sure are.
He's gotten around, and like, not to say that Rune hasn't, but I'm just saying, like, Casimir knows that he's gorgeous.
Yeah, but it's just the way he says it. I guess maybe not like you said, like not like control, but he thinks just so highly of himself that he's like, oh, like I'm distracting.
It's like a very
it's a very self-fulfilling thing instead of
but so like and trying to make you feel better. We both have to say it like this, where we're like, oh, it's just like this like brushed off thing, but like he's saying it very much like the oh, so you're just pretending to read me because I'm just so distracting.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's not how we do it.
But it also comes from like that level of confidence where like at the same time, if I heard somebody say that to me that I didn't really know, I would laugh and be like, wow, very conceited, very pompous. But at the same time, do I like the confidence? Yes.
Yes.
At the same time, my toxic trait, I love a little bit of the like that toxic confidence. Like, okay. Because me immediately, I'm like, okay, prove it.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. You're gonna do that. Prove why.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tell me why you're so distracting then.
Yeah.
Tell me. Yeah. Like I immediately like, but also I'm just like
we
a
are
fucking
those bitches.
Yeah. It's a fucking bitch. It's fine.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I know that.
Yeah, and but she does say like you think very highly of yourself, don't you?
Yeah,
and you say, well, I think highly of you, and that has a way of making me feel inseparable.
Yeah, insufferable.
It says inseparable.
Oh, my voice to text must have said it. It's supposed to be insufferable.
Oh,
because he's like,
I suppose.
Yeah, so it's just like the. Well, I think highly of you, and that has a way of making me feel insufferable.
Yeah.
I suppose. So it's like he's openly being like, well, because I think so highly of you, that makes me think highly of myself. And so that's why I'm acting like this pompous asshole.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm insufferable. Yeah. Like I'm so insufferable, aren't I? Like that I'm just so distracting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's very much that.
And then she does end up kissing him without letting him, like, finish. And I was like, girl, no, this isn't what you want. And
I am...
and, you know, like, they're kissing. And, like, he's like, well, like, tell me I'm dreaming. Like, well, then I don't want to wake up.
All I have to say is... What the fuck, girl, are you doing? This is not what you want, and you need to stop, because I'll say it and I'll say it again, because I've said it in other chapters, because she's openly said it. I don't care how hot this man is. I don't care.
Yeah.
He will never be enough because you actually don't fucking like him. And that is the problem.
And I know that like, she said it in other chapters too, where it's like the girl, just because he's easy. It's okay.
Yeah, just because he's easy and he's convenient and he's supposedly perfect for you and is what everybody is saying that like you should have doesn't mean that he's actually perfect for you and that is actually what you want. Because
there's
the answer is
your
no.
main bond is not to that twin and the other twin.
Well, but there's also a reason where like here, okay, let's like just like take out the mating bond.
Yeah.
Let's just take out the mating bond for a second. There's a reason why when you're with Rune, you don't feel insufferably watched.
Yeah.
There's a reason why when you're with Rune, your body's response is to naturally be close to him. Not necessarily touch him, not necessarily want him to be on top of you, not necessarily anything like that. Just be close. There's a reason why your body is doing that. There's a reason why your body, when you're with Casimir, even though he's fucking gorgeous to look at, which I'm not going to like take that out. I'm not trying to like invalidate that fact, but there's a reason why you feel insufferably watched. Yeah. There's a reason why
you're so hyper aware of yourself.
Yeah, you're so hyper aware of yourself. You're so hyper aware of him.
Yeah.
The big deal.
Big
and you're
one.
so hyper aware of when your bodies touch.
Yeah.
And it's the, do I like this? Do I not? Why is he touching me right now? The, okay, well, I think I just have to say yes and it'll be okay. And if I just kiss him, then maybe I'll feel all of these feelings that I'm supposed to be feeling. Yeah. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. And this is what I wanted to really yell about, because I'm like, girl, you don't actually like him.
No.
You don't.
And like I said,
you don't like
just because he's the convenient option doesn't mean you need to. Just because everybody's telling you need to be with him doesn't mean you need to be with him. You get a choice in who you're with.
But it's also, once again,
listen to how your body is reacting, because sometimes your body knows more than what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like with Rune, you're not hyper aware of what you're doing. With him, you are. With Rune, you're not hyper. Like, you are naturally wanting to be close with him, not having to think, oh, let me lean in and kiss him. Oh, let me do this.
Yes.
It's your body.
Yeah, because like if you noticed, like even the way that she did it, like she was just like, I'm tired of hearing him talk. Like that was kind of like the motive of her kissing him, is because she was like, I have all of these feelings that I don't know what to do with, and I just need some fucking silence. I need some physical contact and some fucking silence, and that's it.
Yeah. Literally, which is valid.
And I'm like, girl, that is first of all, number one,
so
such a mood. But also like this thing that like is like happening where like she just like is like kissing some random person. I put that in air quotes because obviously he's not a random person.
Yeah.
Or like kissing like the convenient one because she's having these feelings about the other one. Yeah. Is so real. It's so real. And you're just like, is this appropriate? The answer is no. The answer is no. You should never string along anybody. I just want to sorry. I was like, I just want to address the toxicity in the room right now. Number one, this is not a good thing. You should recognize that you don't like that person and then openly tell them that you don't like that person, and then separate yourself from that person. Yep. If that is like the way things go, if you guys feel like you guys can still be friends, you guys can still be friends. But please handle that shit. Don't string people along. Don't, do that. It's not fun. It's not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's definitely not fair to you. So treat everybody with kindness, respect, and be responsible. Always communicate your feelings. Don't worry. But also, love to read about it. But so toxic.
Oh my god, my snap.
Yeah. Snaps.
Yeah.
But also, I just wanted to throw it out there because we're not trying to. I mean, we say it all the time. We're never trying to glorify these types of relationships because we can recognize how toxic some of these behaviors are. As they're so fun to read about, but also, let's just throw it out there. At the same time, this is bad behavior. And I also know that sometimes this behavior can come out from confusion, because I do think that she's feeling really confused right now. Yep. And I do think that, damn, girl, it is such a mood to be like, I just want silence and I want physical touch. And I'm like, totally, I get that, girl. Yep, I get you and I understand that, but it's not the way to do it, because you'll feel bad afterwards. You'll feel a type of way afterwards, which is why,
And they keep like on, like, because he says like, oh my god, am I dreaming? She's like, no, you're not dreaming. And then like this dream banter does go on for a little bit.
Yeah, because like, I think it's also like, it is hard because Casimir, the way that he talks to her is like low-key really manipulative. In the idea of a lot of it is very like, the reason why I say it's manipulative, and I'm going to say it, I do think that a lot of the small conversations and the banter that is highlighted is very love bomby. Yes. The fact that he's like, is this a dream? You're just so perfect. Like the first time he ever saw her in Fay form. Yeah. Like we can reference back like in terms of like where it was very like you were gorgeous then, but now now you're even more breathtaking. You know, like the little things that like if this is coming from a genuine place, can feel very affirming, can feel extremely like loving and cared for.
Yeah.
But I'm a cynical bitch, and I am always like, this seems like you're love bombing her.
And it's just the motivation of how he's talking about her behind her back, and how his actions are not matching what he's saying. And so it's, they're kissing, and, she's like, well, whatever this is.
Yeah, well, like the dream thing is like very much that he's putting her on a pedestal, and he's like, wow, like this is such a dream come true. Like you're everything I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And then she says this. Ashley, go for it.
She said, well, let me get prepared. So she says, whatever this is, whatever it meant, she couldn't bring herself to think about it, not when he was the only thing that made her feel uncomplicated in a complicated world. She let herself fall. So in all of this, it was not the right decision, but it's her really being like, I'm in such a complicated world. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm having to relearn all of this history. I'm learning this. I'm learning that. These two men, like, my world is so complicated right now. This is like, I need something to ground me. Which,
yeah, and here's the thing is, like, in past chapters, we have heard her say that Casimir does that. Number one, they have nightly routines. That when he left, she was upset because she was like, number one, why didn't you tell me? Number two, it feels weird not, when humans are, number one, pack animals, and number two, love routine. And so when a routine is introduced and then the routine is broken, a lot of people, when routines are broken and they're unaware of those plans, feel like their nervous system is slightly under attack because it feels weird. It feels different. It feels odd. I was unprepared.
Yeah.
And that's just like how it works. And that's how she was feeling. And this is why I feel like that he was like, is slightly love bombing. Because what? You're going to set up a routine. You're going to set up like certain things that you guys do together every single day. And then you're just going to up and leave.
Yeah.
Very narcissistic of you. Number one, very much that push-pull situation that you get in love bombing. Very much the idea of, oh, well, I missed you. Oh my God, you're everything to me. And you're like, but we've only been, like talking for a week, or we've only been like talking for 3 months. Like it's odd, like, but also then again, I struggle with me. I was like, I just struggle with feelings sometimes. So like in my head, I'm like, girl, be careful.
Yes, for sure.
But the reason why I didn't want her to kiss him is because I knew, because it's easy to convince yourself, me, as an aloe plant, it's easy to convince yourself when certain physical touch is happening to justify why you're choosing convenience over the person that you actually really want to be with. It's very easy to justify it in your head because you're like, oh, well, all of this stuff is like working out, and it's okay that we're not super compatible, or it's okay that like I don't love this section, but we'll work on it. Like, it's fine. Like, there are certain things that you can justify in your head that you're like, well, I'm doing these acts. So if I'm doing these acts, then I clearly like them, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing these things to almost convince yourself that you like this person when you really don't like this person. But it's okay, and it's fine, and it happens to the best of us. And like, and it's like the idea of like, she doesn't even know that she's dealing with a mating bond. Like, and that's the other thing that like we have to add in is that she is so like this. It is one of those things where it's like she doesn't even know that this could be a thing yet. Like there's been no mention of it. Yeah. So,
and it's like Ruin's not going to tell her because he's trying to convince himself, and like he doesn't.
Yeah, that it's not. Yeah, that
Casimir's
it is
not going to tell her.
No, because Casimir wants the throne. Casimir wants. But Casimir, not only, I don't think that he just wants the throne. He wants her because this is crazy. He wants her to have the power over Rune, to say, I won.
Yes.
I was father's favorite. I was the one that got the girl. Yep. I was the best.
Yep. I was going to say, I think he wants her so badly because Ruin wants her so badly.
Yes. I think that that's the other, like, underlining like sibling thing that's happening is that I think that he wants her to prove that he's always been better. And also, you're right. Maybe he does know that the mating bond still exists. Maybe he wants her so much. Like, maybe he wants to prove to Rune that the mating bond would never matter because she would always choose me.
Yeah. That's what I feel like that's what's happening. That is a
crazy power dynamic to even think about.
I feel like but that's what it feels like what is happening.
Do you think so?
I feel like it. Just from how he talks to her. No, sorry, how he talks to her and how he talks to him. Like how he talks to Rune, where it's like you can't tell me your feelings have endured this entire time. Like that little pushing.
See, I felt like it was more of the don't tell me your feelings have endured this entire time.
There's that too. So it could be interpreted two different ways.
See,
which is really
I felt like it was like that. See, I didn't think it was like that crooning, like cruel thing. I thought it was very much that like sharp, concise anger.
See, I feel like there's a little bit of a mix of both.
How interesting that you interpreted it that way and I interpreted it the other way.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see if he knows. If he knows.
How interesting. Very interesting.
I love when we differ.
I do like it because I'm like, I don't know about that one. That's crazy.
I know, like,
and then like they keep kissing,
and he does say, like, he ends up saying, he's like, well, if I, like, he kind of pulls back. He's like, well, if I don't stop now, I can't control myself. You deserve more than this. And to that, it's very much okay, hold on. And then he's like, I want you, and I want you, but, like, I'm not going to dishonor you by letting this go any further. But once again, it's, if you take a look at all of the I's in those sentences.
Ooh. Damn. You're right.
Like, if you take a look at it, I want you, but I am not going to dishonor you by letting this go any further. He says you with his own list. Like, I want you, so that's for him. I want you, that I won't dishonor you, still for him, by letting this go any further. That entire sentence was about himself.
Yes.
Because of all of the I's and the placement of the I's. And whereas I'm not saying, like, oh my god, you only talk about yourself if you use the word I all the time. No.
Yeah.
But in this sentence, I think, if I don't stop now, I can't control myself. You deserve more than this.
Yes. But it's also, like, the idea of, like, once again, I do think that is very love-bomby. This is
very
where the pullback starts.
Very manipulative. Where it's
very manipulative, very, very narcissistic of you.
Because he wants to pull her along, too.
Yes, this is where the string along happens. This is where the push-pull of, like, I'll give you what you want, but only in little doses. And you only get that when I tell you that you deserve it.
Yeah. And
you only get what I think you deserve.
Yes.
But, like, the way that he phrased it is very much well, I just want you to feel desired and honored and worthy. And it's very interesting because it's like we already started, so it's like very clear, like, what I want, and like very clear that I'm okay and I'm on board with this.
Yep.
But it's also like the half of me is like, I'm glad that they didn't have sex because I don't think that they should, because I think that she would have crashed out after. Not gonna lie about it.
I agree.
I think she would have crashed the fuck out because I think she would have been really upset about it.
Oh, for sure. And also, then she's like, hey, like, can you stay with me tonight? And he's like, well, I'm only gonna hold you. And she's like, that's fine. That's all I'm asking for.
Because it's like I openly said, I was like, I mean. This is the note that I'm gonna read for everybody because he does say
emojis in this.
Because I thought they were necessary because I know because you needed to see my face. I was like, okay, I feel conflicted because like ugh, like, come on, bro, she's letting you do it, so like just fucking do it.
Yeah.
She openly said you're not taking advantage of her. You're doing this because of your chivalrous views and your old-fashioned views of women. Which is like yes and no. Like yes and no. So it's like the idea of it's me. I was like, it's so difficult because it's like I like that he is being chivalrous and he's like, no, I just don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, and I think that it's appropriate. Like, if you like don't want to engage in that, then you don't have to engage in that. But I definitely feel like in this way, it's more of a term of manipulation of like
Because
that
it's okay for
push-pull
him to
love
go like,
bombing.
"Hey, I'm not gonna do it," and leave it there. But it's like,
Yeah,
I want it. I want you. I want you. I want you. But you deserve more than this. I want you. I want you. I want you. But I'm not gonna dishonor you.
yeah,
You
and it's
know.
one of those things where it's like why are you dishonoring her? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And it's like also it's like not only that is like the
It's like
idea of
Go ahead.
what are you saying that if she has sex she's not honoring herself?
I was about to say, it's like or is it dishonoring your view of how sex should be?
Or is it because like you hold that very old-fashioned view of like it's dishonoring you if we're not married?
Yeah. Well, so I'm not going to dishonor you, and it's like is it dishonoring the view that you have of her?
Yeah, of her being a queen, or like what is it? Like,
yeah.
Is it in terms of like you don't want to dishonor her because she's a queen and she can't have sex? But like you guys are betrothed, so like
right?
I don't know. Like is it like a marriage thing, or like Ashley said, maybe he is the unseelie court spy and doesn't want to have sex with her because he wants her to be safe and whole for the king, which is a very gross statement. I'm so sorry that I made it like that.
The king was disgusting.
Oh God, everything about him, I was like, he's a fucking creep, and I don't want him. I
love the degree that she's taking it to. Like it's kind of taking that step where it's like when we saw the first girl, where it's like her pants were up.
Yeah, you know what's happening. These women are being very brutally raped and murdered. Yeah. Sorry, I said it. I know that I'm not sorry. I know that it's going to make it flagged because I said that word. I said both words. But I think we could be able to call it like it is for a second.
Yeah. And it's like we're seeing this behavior.
I know that us as like us in our podcast, we do tiptoe around those words. And it is because obviously those are very large buzzwords and can be very triggering for a lot of people, as well as the context of it is very gruesome. It's very gruesome and very horrific, even in a fantasy setting. And we're never going to ever discredit that. Yeah. So just
putting that out there as well. But sometimes the word and thing needs to be stated and just say, hey, no, like that's... Yes, you could tiptoe around it all you want, but no, that's what happened because... I can't. I'm about to go off on a full thing about the education system. Just on how, like, as a society, we tend to very much tiptoe around this thing of, like, oh, no, she was asking for it. Oh, no, they were doing this. Oh, no. I mean, he was, his body wanted it. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, no, you can call it like it is. What just happened? You don't need to tiptoe around it all with all these different fun words. What happened? It's... Yeah. Like a 3-sentence word. Or 3-word sentence.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
And it's just like... Yeah.
And I like how this book is kind of like, no, you know what's happening.
Yes. Very much so, yes.
But
you know
that is where
what
the chapter ends. They fall asleep. She is wrapped in her arms.
Also, okay, I'm sorry. I have to point it out because we didn't mention it. He goes into her room and he's like, I'm not going to do anything but hold you. Takes his shirt off and like is in his like boxers. Like he takes his shirt off and his pants off and is like, and is laying in her bed as she, like when she comes out of the room. So he's already basically like half naked in her bed and is like, I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, bitch, please. That's crazy.
Like, but also
why
like
did
if you look
take
here,
your shirt off?
His voice is low. If I come in, I'll only hold you, nothing more. That's all I'm asking, she whispered. He studied her for a moment longer, then nodded once. Because if you know, like, he always is looking at her and, like, just studying her.
Which is fine. I'm sure that she's gorgeous. Because here's the thing.
But it's like just taking
not
note
trying
of
to
how
invalidate his feelings.
Of how it's used around him versus Ruin. Like, we don't get that. He studied her. For a moment too long. We're not getting that.
I know.
Yeah, but that's where the chapter
an interesting
ends.
thing. Yeah, and that's where the chapter ends. And it's like one of those things where I'm like, I am very excited for the next chapters, but also like, girl, can I
I mean, we're
I'm
64% of the way through this book already.
Yeah, no, I'm screaming just because it's like you don't really like him.
Yeah.
You really don't. You really don't like him.
Ugh.
And I think like that's the thing is like you don't like him, and I just like I hate that you don't like him. I just want you to be with the person that you like, because you're going to feel awkward and uncomfortable for a very long time. But I'm also like, do you think she's going to be educated about the bond? When is that going to happen?
I don't know.
When is that pin going to drop? Is the pin going to drop within like halfway through the second book? Like
I want to know,
when is that happening?
Or imagine he dies and then she finds out.
That's again. That's where I'm like, that's where we're gonna get the kiss. That's where I'm like, I think we're gonna get a kiss, but just not in the way that we want it.
But I think she'll
like,
find out
they're gonna be
after,
alive.
And then she'll be like, "Why does it hurt?" So like, "Why am I in? Like, it's hurting me." And then Casimir's gonna have to tell her, and it'll be a what the fuck, and then it'll be a whole thing between. Oh God.
That also would be so good.
That also would be so good.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that idea.
Or like he died, like, you know, and we never even get the kiss, but she's just like, I'm in so
yeah.
like,
and
why
he dies, and then she figures out like what the mating bond really is, and then they
she
never
goes
even.
to Casimir and it's like, what the actual fuck?
I love it.
That'd be so good.
Also, like, I was like, I don't know. I'm like, this is so exciting. It's so fun. But yeah. I think it's like one of those things where it's like I get you. I understand where you're coming from, but also at the same time, like, girl, stop, no.
Yeah.
Girl, stop.
It's
girl,
a very
stop, no.
human thing to do.
Yes, it's very human.
I love that they're still making her feel so human.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts?
No, besides the fact that I'm just gonna go scream into my pillow about how, like,
fuck me.
Don't do it.
Oh God, I know.
But also, why is this man half naked in your bed if all he was gonna do was hold you?
Yeah.
Like, I understand like being comfortable, but like, what? You can't snap a fucking magic tunic here? Like, yeah, like, bitch, please. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, though, you're not wrong. Like, hello? Yeah,
I'm confused.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Literally.
It's okay.
But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, hit all of the buttons. We also do have a Buy Me a Coffee if you would like to support us in any way, shape, or form. That'd be much appreciated. No pressure, but we'd appreciate it. And we also have an email list if you'd like some behind the scenes, some Q&A, and things like that. We do have that as well. But the last thing we want to say to you is,
what did the void say to you?